Hey, all you YouTubers out there. It's Daniel Robinette, just coming to you. Sorry it's been so long. Uh, had a bunch of life changes. I had been talking with God about everything going on in our life, and the Holy Spirit had me declare a certain amount of money to be able to come in on a monthly basis, and got a phone call, and they offered exactly what I had put down for the amount. My wife had shared a testimony about it. But we moved over here to Baltimore, so we're in the Baltimore area. My wife's been going to a couple of different churches, just finding the fit. But you all know us, those of you that listen to us. We're into worship. We're into connection with God. We're into walking in the Spirit. We're into understanding that dominion was given to each and every human on the face of this earth. That every spirit that comes uses the power of humanity already indwelling in us to do the things that we can do. My wife and I were listening to Marcus and loved that young man of God. Awesome man of God. Listening to Emmanuel on there, and Emmanuel used to be into Satanism, used to converse with demons, had the spirit guides. I did that back when I was young. Had an issue. When I was going to college, I went to shamanism, Indian heritage. So I thought, okay, well, I'll go into shamanism, and I'll go down, I'll run the drum lines, I'll go down the roots of the trees, and I'll find a familiar spirit, one of the animal spirits, and I'll bring them back with me, and it'll help guide. And so I brought it back, and my wife and I and our son are laying in our waterbed, and my son, a little bitty guy, Dexter, he 2-3 years old, he jumps up and he says, "Doggy," and he runs to the closet, and that demon growled at him, and it scared him so bad, and he came running, jumped back in the bed and threw the cover over his head, and my wife, knowing a whole lot more than I am, a lot smarter than I am, said, "Okay, you brought it, you will take it back." So I did, and went through a bunch of deliverance after we joined church and all the rest of it to get rid of some of that stuff. But here's a point that he made that I want you all to grab hold of. I really, really do. He said that the Witches Network, that all of them answer to higher powers that have more power than they do. Each one of them are instructed by demons what to do, what to go, where to go. They're put on a list that they go in and they chant these chants to bring evil on actors or to bring good on actors. And they have the network that all of them do these chanting. And it is exactly what God has always said to us. Whatsoever you say, believing, shall be. So, which spirit do you listen to? Because Emmanuel's testimony is that those spirits used him up and always cost to let them lead them into the next piece of knowledge. There was always a price to pay. That price was always destruction, death, lack, poverty, all those, because in the upside down, in that reverse reality, that all the cabal, the adrenochrome junkies, and all these others, it is upside down. It is reversed. To them, heaven is hell, and hell is heaven. To them, pain is pleasure, darkness is light. The Bible speaks about it calling good calling evil good and good evil. And that's exactly what they do. And it's knowing that at the end of this game, there's not a multiplicity of places to go. Panak went down to the molecular level, and he said at 1.6 centimeters, 10 to the negative 33rd power, there are black holes that suck and retain the negative. And back to back with that black hole is an antimatter white hole that releases the positive into this reality. And everything in creation, from the micro to the macro, from the super tiny, smallest particle to the biggest galaxy, they're all created the same. So where they exact evil, when you're filled with the Holy Spirit and you believe in Jesus Christ, that He came to show us the way, He came to bring us into more abundance, to give us life and give it to us more abundantly. He said, whatsoever you say believing shall be, and all things are possible to you. So, brother and sister, if you want more power, if you want to know more, and if you want to be able to do more in the Spirit, dare to trust your face to God and step out. When Holy Spirit says, hey, make a right turn up here. Go knock on that door. Tell that brother or sister this message for me. As you begin to do those things, God will expand more and more. You want more Holy Spirit? You want more knowledge in the spirit realm, more power in the spirit realm to be able to use the power latent within you as Christ used His? Because He did everything as a man. They tend to forget that. There is no high, holy, anointed, apostolic anything in God's kingdom. We are all the sheep, and God, Jesus Christ, is the head. So we are all the same. If you want that power in the Spirit, that the Luciferians, the Satanists, and sorry, called some lint, and all the rest of them have to pay a hard price for. Begin to sing in the Spirit. Begin to pray in tongues. Paul said, if you would edify self, pray in the Spirit. Because in the Spirit you speak mysteries, wrapped in a mystery. And you begin to know things. You begin to do things. You begin to believe things. And it is becoming my belief that there is a transition that you go through in the Spirit. And we always thought, okay, well, you go out, you pray for 100 people, and then they start getting healed, so you keep a list, you go back and pray for the first one that you started with. My prayer is they're already healed by somebody else, but I'll go back. Brother and sister, just begin to pray in tongues. Pray in Spirit. Sing in the Spirit. Sing in tongues. Fill your mind and your heart with the things of God to escape the programming of the television. Man, it could be any plainer than that. And they even select casting that holds authority with the people, individuals, so that they can tell that vision. But I'm going to tell this vision. The earth and all the fullness thereof belong to God. So do all the people. So, which one do you all want? You all want power in the Holy Spirit? Pray in tongues. You all want power from the demonic? All they're going to do is use what God already put in you. Think about that. Demons know better how to use the power that God gave you because you simply refuse to pick up a Bible or to sing in the Spirit. Come on. Hope this helps. Love you all. I look forward to putting out more and more of these. Right now, it's just kind of turn and burn where I'm working. So many problems, and all of them will be solved. God bless you. Y'all have a great day.